Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go update Vechain. Vechain is a very popular coin and kind of like Vechain. And I'm investigating this coin. This coin is bullish, but Vechain made a mess in here. Okay, and I gotta let you know, guys, something that this looks like the low. I don't think that's the low. I think it's got a truncated fifth over here. I'm gonna explain to you why. Sometimes you got to check it. Now you see here the low without the wicks is right there. Okay. Um, it doesn't make sense. And if you look at the sequences over here, you have a sequence here, and you got to make another one over here where it did a diagonal. I also double checked it over here, and you can see, you know, that's probably the low right there. And then you have sequences. I'm going to go back to that other chart, and you have sequences in here where it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you got another one behind it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the new sequence for Vechain is right here, which is this sequence, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it made a flat 2 over to here. Okay. So Vechain sequence started right there, and it went up on that one. That first wave over here for a second wave. Okay. And ended right there. Just take all that. You just really gotta take the wicks out. And the reason I say that is because the wicks have screwed me like that before, just like this one did. I'm thinking, so if you put your candles back on, you put the candles back on, you're like, that's got to be the low. And you start trying to do a count from there, and then you're counting this with this, and it doesn't make sense. And it doesn't make sense at all. So then you got to go back over here and recount this and go, okay, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then if you actually look at it, you actually have another one in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with an ending diagonal, ending right there. So I just wanted to clear that up, let you guys know how that's coming out with Vechain. So it has that. I'm going to go to a 12-hour chart, zoom in a little bit, and show you guys the move that it made. I want to take this. Actually should be more like this as Vechain's diagonal, because this is the fourth wave. It did make a diagonal right to that wave, just like so, guys. And what it did is that this is the longest wave, next longest, and that's the next longest, the fifth wave. And you can see this fourth wave went right on top. I'm gonna take this off. If you see, the fourth wave went right on top of the first wave right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like so. Okay. And then it came over here, corrected in this expanded flat once again right here, 3, 3, 5. And I think it's done right there. And if you do a retrace on that leg from that's the top, you have to go from that top more or less right there. Take it off log, and you can see, whoop, let me put that back. You can see basically 0.786 retrace on its leg. So 786 is a really good sign, guys, for a second wave retracement. You know, it's better to see some wicks through there, because every now and then you might get a B wave that goes there, but it's pretty rare. B waves like to stop between 382 and 618. That's a B wave range. So I'm pretty satisfied with that Vechain did a 1, 2, and now it's doing this. So I'm going to take a look at that and go down here and check it out. So end of the correction is right there. And now we have this. See what it's got going on. I'm going to go to a 2-hour chart. And is it impulsive? It looks like it could be. 45-minute, got to keep zooming in. You can see that Vechain off the bottom did make a, it's definitely some sort of impulse. Let me go zoom in a little bit more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and zoomed up on a 5 more than likely, and then corrected back down here. So we got to check this leg. Let's check this leg. See what that retrace was, and you see that 786 pretty much on the nose, guys, right there again. So probably another second wave correction. So a minute, this is a 15-minute chart, so this is real tiny. If you're on a 4 or 8 hour chart, this is like going to look like a candle, to just one candle. But this is a move, 5 wave, corrected back down here, okay, to 786. So now Vechain is in another sequence right here. So we got to zoom into this, and that looks like it might be an ABC. Got to really zoom in. Well, there you go. You see, there's your answer right there. That's what happens with, that's what's going on. It's multiple sequences right there. So what that is with Vechain is 1, 2. Just like this, 1, 2. And then it did on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you got 3, probably 4, and then a 5, and then it's got another one, 3, and then a 4. The 4 might, this next 4 might come way down there again, because you can see, this is one thing I was trying to explain before, was that you can have tiny 1-2s and you get gigantic wave 4s up there, multiple sequences, because these are so far away. So you see this 4 is not that bad, but then this 4, it gets even bigger, and it goes back up on a 5, and then you might have another one. 4 could be just a little bit bigger, and it goes back up onto a 5, just like that. I was explaining that happens on the way down too. You could have a tiny 1. Let's say you had 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. This is the last 1, 2. So all those other 3, 4s are done down there, and this last one comes here all the way to the bottom, and then you can have a gigantic wave 4 like that. It goes in reverse too. So your other, you'd have another 1, 2, and it'd be 3, 4, and the 4 be like that, and the one before that, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it'd be like just like that size. So that's what happens. It happens down, and it happens going up, just like that. The 4s get big, and then it'll end over here, and then Vechain is going to correct that. And this is on the 15-minute chart. Well, you can see, so another retrace, Vechain is going to be in the same spot for a while. It'll go up there, it's going to correct that, and it can make another sequence or go into a third wave. So to me, you take a look at that, Vechain is bullish for the time being. Right now it is. This is a 1, 2. Here's a potential 1, 2 on a smaller scale, going all the way down to the DGen chart, just like that. You can see how tiny that is with Vechain. So it's in there, going to be playing around for a little while. It'll just look like up, down, up, down, up, down. It won't even move much, but it's in there making 1, 2s, 1, 2s, trying to make its way, just slowly grinding up there because of all the uncertainty in the market, guys. It's just sitting there going, it's actually going up, down, up, down, up, down, and then eventually start moving out of there, start making a wave this size, just like this one, okay? Because this is a 1, 2. You got your big 1, 2, and you get your little 1, 2s right in there. And then the overall picture for Vechain, take a look at that on the weekly. Take a look at this on the weekly for Vechain, is that this likely is the trend that it came down to touch or come near that trend right there again, guys. So, how far of a drop has it done? It's done a 93% drop, 92, 93% drop. And third wave, that's a third wave. So it's the highest peak in the RSI. So that's a third wave. Here's your first, here's your third, like that. Come back down into the RSI. It's not that deep because it's in like a diagonal type move. So it doesn't come as deep down here. And then Vechain is likely getting itself prepped up over here for one of these in the future, whether that's right there or it starts over here or wherever that's going to start, it's going to take it a little bit. Like maybe something like this over here, and then it finally gets off, or maybe it's doing something in that area and then it finally gets out of there. But once it starts moving, it's going to move. When the cryptocurrency market has an inkling of bullishness, you can see what happens with Vechain. It just starts, it rips pretty good. So this is definitely an area to be scoping out Vechain. At least I will be checking out Vechain for sure. That's me personally. I don't really care what the media and what everybody else is saying. This right here is an opportunity. It might not be next week. It might not be 2 weeks from now, but I could probably be assured it'd be 3 or 4 within 6 months for sure now. Probably much earlier than that. I'm saying, you know, given the benefit of the doubt, I don't see it going down too much more, guys. If you made it all the way to the end of my video, do me a huge favor. Drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.